What's good, Knicks fans? Today we gotta talk about something bigger than just another playoff win, bigger than another finals headline, and bigger than another Brunson masterclass, because what the Knicks are doing right now may have completely changed the way NBA teams are built forever. And I am dead serious. Think about this. For years, the NBA basically convinced everybody that there was only one way to become a championship team in this league. You tank, you lose games on purpose, you pray for lottery luck, and you draft a generational superstar, and then maybe, just maybe, 6 or 7 years later, you finally compete. That became the formula. Trust the process, bottom out, collect picks, lose now to win later. But the Knicks, they ignored all of that advice, and now they're in the NBA Finals. That's the story nobody saw coming, because this was not supposed to happen like this. The Knicks did not draft a top 3 MVP talent, they did not spend years intentionally losing, they did not blow up everything for ping pong balls, but instead, Leon Rose built this team like a chess player. And honestly, the deeper you look into this roster, the crazier the whole thing becomes, because every move is connected to another move, every signing had purpose, every trade had identity, and every player fit the culture. And now, the entire league is watching it work in real time. The Knicks built a contender through continuity, chemistry, fit, toughness, and patience. That's rare in today's NBA. And it starts with one move that changed everything, Jalen Brunson, because let's be honest, when the Knicks signed Brunson back in 2022, the entire league laughed at that deal. They said things like overpaid, not a true superstar, and can't be the best player on a contender. You guys remember all of that. Now, he's the face of New York basketball and one of the biggest playoff risers in the NBA. But here's the important part. The Knicks did not just acquire talent, they built an ecosystem around Brunson, and that's what makes this different. Look at the Villanova chemistry, look at the personalities, look at the basketball IQ, and look at the selflessness. This roster fits, and that matters way more than people realize. Because talent alone does not win championships anymore. The Knicks understood that before everyone else did, and Leon Rose deserves a ridiculous amount of credit for all of it. Because while other teams kept chasing super teams, the Knicks built connection, and that's why this team feels different. Look at the Mikal Bridges move. A lot of people thought the Knicks gave up too much in that deal, too many picks, too aggressive and too risky, but now it looks genius. Because Bridges was not just another scorer, he completed the identity, two-way basketball, versatility, durability, chemistry, and unselfishness. The Knicks did not just ask, is this player talented? They asked instead, does this player make us better? And that's a huge difference. And honestly, this is why this finals run feels sustainable. This doesn't feel fluky, it feels built from many years ago. That's the scary part for the rest of the NBA, because now other franchises are looking at New York and realizing something. Maybe tanking is not the only way anymore. Think about how crazy that sounds. For decades, the Knicks were considered dysfunctional. Now, they might be the model franchise. That's insane, and you can even see it in the way this team plays. Nobody cares who scores 30, nobody cares about individual stats, and nobody's chasing headlines. Everything revolves around winning, and fans feel that. That's why this Knicks team connects differently with the city. This roster actually reflects New York, tough, resilient, physical, unselfish, and obsessive competitors. That identity matters, and honestly, it's one of the biggest reasons this run became historic. Because this is not some manufactured super team, this feels earned, and that's why the energy around this team feels completely different from anything we've seen in years. And now, the pressure shifts to the rest of the NBA, because if the Knicks actually finish this run and win a championship, every front office in basketball is going to start asking the same question: do we really need to tank? That changes everything, and the craziest part is that the Knicks may not even be done yet, because this roster still has flexibility, still has young pieces for the future, still has chemistry, and still has continuity. That's terrifying. This may not be a one-year window, this could be the start of something bigger, and Knicks fans deserve this moment all the way. Seriously, after everything this fanbase sat through, all the losing, all the chaos, and all the failed eras, the Knicks did not just become contenders, they became the blueprint. And that is something that nobody in the NBA expected to say right now, but now the entire basketball world is watching New York, and they're realizing the Knicks may have just changed the future of the league forever. But as always, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and sub to the channel for more Knicks news and updates you will not want to miss. It's been KNYT here, and I'll see you guys in the next one.